Alright, an update on my do not buy Bitcoin video on Friday. Obviously this is Monday, a couple of days later after doing that video, and I just want to explain more about what I was saying in that video. So let's get straight into it. Do not place a trade based on what you're seeing in this video today, because trading is risky and it can cause substantial financial loss. There are so many areas you need to become good at to become a good trader. Emotional mastery, chart reading, trading systems, money and trade management. So this video is just educational only to help you become a much better trader. Alright, so on Friday, I actually explained to you guys that don't buy Bitcoin here because I think it's a bad investment where it is right now as a smart trading choice. Now, if you, now what I was saying in that video, some people are really confused. I'm not saying Bitcoin's a bad investment overall. You know, if you want to trade Bitcoin, always trade Bitcoin, but you're always, a smart investor always wants to be looking for good opportunities in the market. Just because you think the market's going to go up, you don't just simply buy it because you think it's going to go up. That's an amateur trader, and the amateurs get slaughtered in this market. So I did a video last week on Friday the 17th, and I did it right here, and I'm going to keep this here as well too. And you know, if this market just keeps going up 10, 20, 30, 40%, well, I'm going to eat my pie. I'm going to eat my humble pie. But I'm going to keep to my word and say, if you kept doing that and you go back over history, if you keep buying as the market has just exploded, like from here, it's gone from 460 up to there. If you buy into a market after it's gone 60%, and how long is this one here? Like about half of, basically 20 days, basically a month. If you buy into a market, go back and look at any chart up there. If the market explodes that much, that quickly, like you can see Bitcoin here, what tends to happen in that market? We get such an explosion, and then the market has a pullback, right? And the bigger the explosion, the deeper the pullback. Now, I'm not saying, as I said before, guys, I'm not saying that Bitcoin is a bad choice. If you want to buy Bitcoin, get into Bitcoin, but always wait for a smart opportunity to buy into it. You don't just buy into it because every Tom, Dick, and Harry on YouTube and the internet are talking about it. That is the wrong thing to do. You always want to wait for a decent pullback. There will always be a good time to get into Bitcoin, but I know right now Bitcoin is not a good opportunity to get into. And I'm doing this video, and I did the video Friday, nothing other than to try to protect you and try to help you understand when a good opportunity to get into something and when it's not. And if the market like this here, like this here, you can see the market's rallied up a lot. You don't get in after the market has rallied up a lot. If I don't care what you think, oh well, you know, technicals don't mean shit in this market and blah 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 blah. Absolutely bullshit. Absolutely bullshit. Technicals mean everything in the market. Technicals actually show you when something's getting really inflated. Doesn't mean the market can't keep going up. But I promised you, if you had your trading plan and your trading plan said, okay, I'm going to wait for the market to take off 10, 20, 30, 40%, really just vertical, I'm going to wait for that, and then I'm going to buy into it. And I guarantee you that you're going to be wrong 80% of the time and right 20% of the time. What a trading plan does, or what a smart investor does, is they wait for a pullback. And so if I wanted to buy Bitcoin, which I may do, I'm going to personally wait for a good pullback, and then you get into it. So many people out there thought on Friday I was saying that Bitcoin's a bad opportunity, a bad thing to buy overall. No, it's not. You guys jumped to conclusions. No, I was saying that right now at this point, it's wrong to get into Bitcoin. Wait for a good pullback and then get into Bitcoin. See, guys, and the reason why I was saying this is because I'm trying to help you guys and say, listen, I don't care what you do. Go look at any other chart that's boomed like 60%, just almost vertical move in a month, and then see what happens the following couple of months. You know what happens, right? We get a decent pullback as well too, because it's like an elastic band. Now, yes, you will get your 10 or 20% of the time where the market will either do this, where the market will either, let me actually bring up my line, where the market will just continue up like that, and just keep going up like the .com bubble, or what it will do is that the market might just start to do this as well. You know, it might just simply it might just go sideways for a while, and that might happen for a month or 2 months, and then we get another breakout. But either way, guys, either way is that, again, it's all about the probability of trading. See, some of you guys are having a big go at what I was saying in the market yesterday, and all that video is to protect you and help you guys say, listen, it's wrong to get into a trade when the market's already exploded 60%. Oh, but you, John, you don't understand that the market's done on supply and demand and blah, 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 and all this sort of stuff. Yeah, if that was true, why isn't gold and silver exploding 60, 70%? If that was true, there's all these other different things, all these other different factors that's happening in silver and gold as well too. Right now, it looks like the COMEX is going to default because there's actually not that much silver and gold. Now, yes, got price manipulation and all that sort of stuff. My point is, I'm trying to say is that if you look at any chart, that's actually vertically moved up very, very quickly, we tend to get a snapback really, really quickly. And if you don't believe me, then look what happened. Let me bring up the weekly chart here. Look what happened on this point through here, right? We exploded, as you can see, we exploded 700%, and as you can see, within 5 months, we retraced literally 0.5% of that, right? And then literally from the top down to the bottom here, you can see here, literally within 28 days, it lost 45% of its value, going from 1,000 down to 700. Now, yes, Bitcoin may do this, but Bitcoin may have another spike like this. But as this market spikes, this is the wrong time to get into it. You want to wait for a nice pullback and then get into it. You know what I mean? So if you're thinking, and my whole video on Friday was that if you haven't bought Bitcoin yet, and you're thinking about buying it because a lot of people are talking about the silver, gold, and the Bitcoin industry, then I would say wait for a better pullback. Be patient and wait for a good pullback and then re-enter. You're more likely to have a much more successful trade and a much more successful trading career having that style of trading than getting in after the market explodes and then trying to get in up here. So that's what I'm saying, guys. I'm saying that right now is the wrong time to get in. And you'll have, and if you take that methodology and that approach, like getting in after the market explodes, then I think that the market is likely to reverse. But if you take the methodology, if you take the approach that I'm only going to buy in on a good uptrend and I'm going to wait for a decent pullback and then I'm going to get in, you are likely to have a much more successful trading career than getting in as the market explodes. So that's what I was saying on Friday's video. I don't think Bitcoin is a bad investment. I don't think Bitcoin's a bad investment. I by looking at them, by hearing a lot of people, it seems like that Bitcoin is the only one that's not really regulated and stuff like that. So or not regulated, it's not manipulated and stuff like that. So I think it's actually a pretty good market. But guys, charts is a chart. Chart is a chart. And when something explodes like this here, you can see this thing here ran up 70%. It followed by what? It followed by a 20% pullback. And then we had another big spike here. What was that? 40-50%. And then it followed by what? A month and a half of a pullback of 20%. That's all I'm saying. Markets never just vertically go up and just keep going up. And if that does keep happening, the pullback is even more severe. So guys, please protect yourself and please look after yourself. And if you guys are that arrogant because you guys are going to have a go at me because you think that I don't know what I'm talking about, you guys have got another thing coming. Because if you already bought Bitcoin on the way up through here, then yeah, but obviously it's your trading choice. You do what you want to do. But I've seen a lot of talk about Bitcoin right now, and I'm trying to protect the newbies. I'm trying to protect the beginners. I'm here trying to protect the people that really don't understand what's really going on in these markets right now, and when to get in and when to get out, when to get in and when to get out. And a lot of people think that you get in as the market's already exploded, and that's the wrong thing to do. And you're always going to lose money you're going to lose money long term by doing that. And if you and as I was saying before, if you take every single trade based on that, where the market explodes and then you get in, you're going to have a really, really hard time trading your career, not just one trade. But if you see a good market exploding and then you wait for a good pullback and you wait for a nice re-entry again, you're likely to have a much more successful trading career. So for you guys that are having a go at me, just and you don't think I'm talking about, then just. Yeah, I don't really care. I don't really care. But for you guys that are newbies, for you guys that try to understand what the market's doing, and for you guys that try to understand when a good time to re-enter and get into any market, whether it's the indexes or whether it's silver or gold or whether it's in this stuff like that, you take this analogy and you apply it to every single thing. The analogy is this: when the market has a big run up like that, that right now, this is the wrong time to enter. Up here is the wrong time to enter. Because why? Because the way the markets work is we're likely to get a big pullback. And then this here, ding! This here is a much better time to get into it. Now, you wouldn't just wait. You wouldn't do that. Obviously, you apply other analysis, support and resistance, maybe Fibonacci levels, depending on what you want to do. It's totally up to you. But you're much better off waiting for a pullback because we're likely to get a big pullback and then the continue upward move. That's how all markets work. And if you are a beginner, please take my words and focus on this sort of setup here. Wait for a good pullback and a nice good bull trend. You're likely to do so much better. Don't get in after the market's run. Wait for a big pullback. I know I'm repeating myself here, but you guys out there that think you guys have got this because you think this market's just going to keep going up, you guys are going to be pleasantly surprised because nothing ever just goes straight up. If we do get a vertical move straight up and it keeps going up, even if this thing goes up another 10-20%, guess what? We're likely to get a big snap and pullback, 40-50% pullback. If the market does continue up. Right now, we might have a 20 or 30% pullback and then a continue up from there. So protect yourself, and always make sure your trading is smart. Don't just get in because you think the market's going to go up. You get in because you're taking trades based on how the market's worked and you're being smart about your trading decisions. And remember, it's not just about this one trade on Bitcoin. It's how you approach every other trade is how you can actually move forward in a big way. Guess what, guys? I'm not making any money off you guys watching this video. I really am not. I might make a little bit of money here and there, but guess what, guys? Bulk of my money is made from the markets itself. You go to my website, there's nothing for sale. I'm doing this, guys, because I really can. I really want to help you guys out. I'm not going to BS you here. Trading is hard. Over my 10 years of trading, I've learned some amazing systems and strategies, and I've put it all in my brand new Grab the Markets by the Balls course, and I'm giving you 100% free access. This whole course is 12 videos long and almost 10 hours of the best systems and strategies that I know. Click on the image below now to get 100% free access right now.